obviously within the sort of real hands-on SEO community, a lot of the folks are sort of, I guess they're somewhat pleased really that Google and the other engines have sort of moved from desktop first to mobile first and now to core vitals, core web vitals, and it's almost like guaranteeing them jobs, right? Because now the marketers are like, okay, now what do I have to do? Like I just went mobile first 3 years ago, and now what's this core web vitals thing that I have to worry about? So any thoughts on that?
No, I completely and totally agree. Sometimes I think Google just, I don't know, just hates me. Again, it goes back to, this is expected. When they said page load speed isn't going to be a ranking factor, but isn't it nice? As SEOs, we all went, sure, Google. We knew it was going to be a ranking factor. But to isolate it out and to give it names and to give it specific, here you go, step by step, what we're looking at, what you need to do, and being so transparent in a massive change is frightening. Because if Google's being transparent, then Google's really going to follow through. And that means you need to fix it right now. So that's kind of where the devs come in as well. I'm sure there's a lot of developers that have job security as well, because they're going to be changing a lot of their code to align and appease the SEO people with Core Web Vitals, myself included. My company had a tremendous amount of legacy code and legacy URLs, and the cleanup was URL by URL, because there was just stacks and stacks and stacks of old code that was just unnecessary. And it wasn't dirty code, it just wasn't being used anymore. We had a URL that had 22 trackers on it, only 3 of which we're actually using. It's the small things like that. You're like, oh yeah, every website has trackers. Make sure you're using them. And it was a significant increase. I think it's a good thing too, because we are so impatient to get our data. We're so impatient, and we want it right now, and we want it to be happy, to make us happy, and we want it to make us look good. So I think it makes sense. I think it's going to be a big deal. And if companies are not actively working with their dev team, actively having discussions about Core Web Vitals every single week, they need to be. They really, truly need to be. Get with your IT department, get with your developers, find out all you possibly can about this, and buckle up.